Life is a journey, isn't it? A winding path filled with twists and turns, ups and downs. We're all searching for something. Some seek wealth, hoping it will bring them security and comfort. Others chase fame, believing it will give them validation and recognition. But true peace, my friends, lies within. It's a state of being that transcends material possessions and external accolades. It's not something you find out there, in the hustle and bustle of the world. It's something you cultivate inside yourself through introspection and mindfulness. I remember a young man who came to my monastery seeking answers to life's big questions. He was lost and confused, burdened by the weight of his own expectations and the pressures of society. He asked me, "Master, how do I find happiness? How do I find peace in this chaotic world?" I smiled and said, "Happiness is not something you find. It's not a destination you arrive at. It's something you create, moment by moment, through your actions and thoughts." We often look for happiness in external things, thinking that a new job, a new relationship, or a new possession will fill the void. But true happiness comes from within. It comes from a deep understanding of who we are and what we truly value. It comes from understanding ourselves, our strengths and weaknesses, our hopes and fears. It comes from accepting ourselves with all our imperfections and flaws. And it comes from living in the present moment, fully engaged with the here and now. So my friend, take a moment to look inside yourself. What do you see? What do you feel? Embrace it all. The light and the dark, the joy and the sorrow. This is the first step to finding peace within. It's a journey worth taking, a journey that leads to a deeper, more fulfilling life. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. We often find ourselves caught in the web of what has been and what might be, losing sight of the now. All we have is this moment, right here, right now. This fleeting second is where life truly happens, where we can find peace and joy. This is the only time we can truly live. In the present, we can connect with ourselves and others, finding happiness in the simplest of things. I used to worry about the future. My mind was always racing, filled with anxiety about what was to come. I would plan and scheme, trying to control everything. But life is unpredictable. No matter how detailed my plans were, things would always change. No matter how hard we try, we can't control everything. The more I tried, the more frustrated I became. One day, while I was meditating, I realized something profound. The key to peace and happiness lies in the present moment. The only way to truly live is to embrace the present moment, to be fully aware and engaged with what is happening right now, to let go of worry and fear, to simply be. It means releasing the grip of the past and the anxiety of the future. It wasn't easy at first. My mind would wander. I would get distracted by thoughts and worries. I would get lost in thoughts. It was a constant battle to stay present. But with practice, I learned to bring my attention back to the present. Slowly, I found peace in the now, realizing that this moment is a gift. Our world is full of distractions. Everywhere we look, there are screens vying for our attention, advertisements flashing, and notifications pinging. We're constantly bombarded with information. Social media updates, breaking news, and endless streams of content keep us perpetually engaged. It's easy to get caught up in the chaos. The hustle and bustle of daily life can be overwhelming, making it hard to find a moment of peace. But true peace comes from simplicity. In the midst of all this noise, there is a way to find calm and clarity. I remember when I first became a monk. It was a journey into the unknown, a step towards a life of minimalism and mindfulness. I had to give up all my possessions. Letting go of material things was not easy, but it was necessary for my spiritual growth. I had only a few robes and a begging bowl. These simple items were all I needed to live a life of purpose and intention. At first, I felt a sense of loss. The absence of my belongings left a void, but it also created space for something new. But then I realized something amazing. By letting go of material things, I was free. Free from worry, free from attachment. I found a deeper sense of happiness. By letting go of material things, I was free. Free from worry, free from attachment. I could focus on the present moment and truly experience life. I was able to focus on what truly mattered. My mind was no longer cluttered with thoughts of possessions and status. Simplicity is not about deprivation. It's about finding contentment with less and appreciating the beauty in the basics. It's about living with intention. Every action, no matter how small, is done with mindfulness and purpose. It's about appreciating what we have, the simple moments, the quiet times, and the connections we share with others. And it's about finding joy in the simple things, a child's laughter, a cup of tea, a moment of stillness. These are the treasures of a simple life. Compassion is the key to a happy and fulfilling life. When we cultivate compassion, we open our hearts to others, we see their suffering, and we feel a deep desire to help. One day, a woman came to me in great distress. Her husband had left her and she was heartbroken. I listened to her story with compassion, and I offered her words of comfort and support. Compassion is not about pity, it's about understanding, it's about putting ourselves in another person's shoes, and it's about offering kindness and support. When we cultivate compassion, we not only help others, we also help ourselves, because compassion fills our hearts with love and joy.